It's idling a little high, huh? Is there a way to turn it down? Was it choke on or something? Huh? You f***ing killed it, man. What are you doing?
It's like a big Steer 500. You gotta get a TDC.
Wait, is there a start button? What's happening, guys? It's Saturday morning here at the New England Motorcycle Museum, and I walked up the driveway, saw this thing waiting out front for me, and I immediately had a big smile on my face. I was like, this is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to this. These things are such a hoot. It's been snowing here all day yesterday. We had about 4 inches of snow, and there's still a big patch of it across the street, and that's what these are made for.
Let's go hit it.
4-season fun. Let's send it. Yeehaw! Two wheels, look, Ma, two wheels. Yeehaw! Woo! Let's send it. Beautiful late fall day here. We had an early snowfall. This is a rare classic Honda three-wheeler. We don't see too many of these around here. Most of them got ridden into the ground because they're so much fun. This is what they're made for right here. In the snow. Woo-ha! Yee-haw! Woo! Yeah! Yee-haw! Whoa! Whoa! Don't flip it over, folks. This is what it was made to do. Send it into the snow. Send it in. Figure eight. Woo! 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 Ha! Yeah! Woo! Woo! It's a good thing I didn't own this thing for the last 20 years because I would have ridden it into the ground.
That thing's got the posse in her.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah, Cletus! It's got a 5-speed transmission! Woo! Yeah, baby! Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Woohoo! What a beautiful day! It's so nice out. Crisp, clean. Hey, it sucks in the middle of the winter when it's too cold to ride, but today it's like 32 degrees out. The air is super crisp and clear. The leaves are still falling. We still got leaves on the trees. Check it out, man. It's still, this is New England for you. We still got leaves on the trees, and they're still green, and we got 4 inches of snow on the ground. It don't get any better than this. Hey, like my dad used to say, if you're not happy right now, you'll never be happy. You know, there's a reason why there's not very few of these left. This is a literally 4-season bike. When you live up in the Northeast here and you get snow, you can ride this thing on sand dunes, you can ride it in the snow, you can ride it in the mud. Hell, you can even ride it across the lake. They float on water. And it has a headlight on it with a high beam and a low beam, so it may be legal to be registered as an ATC and taking it, you know, on the trails in some areas down the street. Check with your local authorities. But you know, the reason why there's none left is you can ride these 24/7. You can ride them at nighttime, you can ride them in the daytime, and they're just so much fun. And they're great for utility too. Check it out. Check it out, man. It's got an electric start on it, and it's got electric start and a pull start. So look at that. Look, Ma, no stress. Electric start, and it has pull start. Look at the front tire on this thing, man. And this has got it. Hey, I think you already know that it has enough power to just rip your house off the foundation, put it in low gear, and send it. Seriously, you can put a hitch on this thing, and they use these for farm work too. They're great utility vehicles. They make a hitch kit for it, and they have a little flag spot right here. You can put a flag on it so you don't get run over by anybody else coming down the trail. I think those are the original tires on the rear. It's got a brand new tire on the front. This is obviously a survivor that sat in somebody's garage for the last 35 years. It's in beautiful condition. We did replace the front tire. You can see it still has nubs on it, and I got the work order up top. It's been completely gone through. We did quite a bevy of preservation services and restoration services, but it's mostly original. So it has original paint on it, original plastics, original handlebars, original seat is still intact and in good condition. Just a really cool piece. What's that? Okay, cool. Yeah. Zoom in on the motor. Look at how nice the motor is on this thing, man. It's just a beautiful piece. No oil leaking anywhere. It looks like it's a year old, not 35 years old. So very cool. Original paint. Best part is electric start. When you get to be older, you don't want to work for it. You just want to get on it and go, right? Full starts for the kids. Us old guys want to push a button. What's up, bro? What's up, bro? Woo, yeah. Woo, yeah.
Yo, what's up with that thing, Squirrel?
Hey, that's the man right there. That used to be my dream toy when I was a kid. Hell, I never got to get to one of them, but hey, it's nice to see these on the road today.
If you meet your friend on the trail, he needs a ride, hop on, Squirrel. Let's go for a ride. No? Hop on. Check out the brakes on this. Look at this. Holy. It'll stop on a dime, man. The brakes are incredible. You can take this thing and rip it right up the hill. Rip it right up. You can put a rack on this thing and take like 4 people on it. You put a rack on the front, rack on the back. It's like a 5-passenger, floats on water, runs in the snow, mud, through the desert, up the mountains. It'll go anywhere. It's a do anything vehicle, 24/7 with a headlight. Where are you gonna find? They just don't make these anymore. Classic. Talk about brakes, man. This thing will outstop anything off-road. Nothing will match this thing in a brake contest. Guys, listen, man. Straight up, I get to ride CR500s, the coolest, oldest classic bikes, super bikes, everything. That was the most fun test ride I've had in a while. And, you got to ask yourself, what's it all about? It's about having fun. And not only is this thing fun, but you can actually justify having it because you can use it for transportation around your ranch, around the farm. And it's something you can use 24/7, 365. It's not a seasonal toy like a dirt bike is. This is something this thing will go through snow, anything. It's a 1985 Honda ATC200, which you probably already knew. And I've got a work order here for it. We put a work order for $1,836.66. The bike, we went right through it, did a compression test. It tested at 150 PSI. They put a new front tire on it, obviously. They took the carburetor off, cleaned the carb, cleaned the air filter, changed the oil, installed a brand new battery. We put new brake cable service that rebuilt the brakes front and rear. A new air filter. Actually, I said clean air filter, but it says here, as I read down the work order, it has a new air filter. Nut and bolt check, 100%. They went through, the whole thing top to bottom, checked everything out. Jimmy actually worked on this one. So it's got a new front brake cable, new rear brake cable, new OEM air cleaner, new OEM oil strainer, which is like an oil filter. Has a Duro HF240 front tire, new AGM battery, and Maxima 10-weight 40 oil. So it was a total of 16 hours of including the detail shop time. The detail shop time had as much time as the service department into it. They went through it. It had been sitting for a little while. It was a little dusty, so they hot water steam cleaned it, hand washed it, and took the exhaust, sanded that down, and painted that the high temp black. You can see the fork lowers were polished. The aluminum rims were touched up. The frame was touched up in a few areas, as was the engine cases and side covers. The chrome on the handlebars was polished. Top to bottom, front to back is what we call the rotisserie detail with the steam cleaner. It'll get one more wash down. You know the best part about riding in the snow is it didn't even get dirty. It's just snow on it. It's just water.
Hey, I heard you almost smashed it into the wall over there.
Who said that?
What happened, Carl?
Pretty darn close. Somebody hurry up and buy this beautiful little piece right here. It's going to go down in some kind of history. I just saw the boss almost flip it over. I don't think that's on film, but it's nice that he's have 2-3 wheels because it's like when he rides it, it's like having a spare tire.
Yeah, it's. I did come a little close to the stone wall there, didn't I? But man, it's better than coffee in the morning. What an adrenaline rush! Love the color of it. When I look at this, I think big red. It's an ATC200M model. It has the electric start, pull start, semi-automatic. There's no clutch on this thing, so you don't really have to be. Listen, your wife can ride this. Your kids, any kid that can get on it and pull the trigger, or pretty much anybody can ride it. It's got push start and no clutch. So if you got someone in the family you want to get into riding off road who's uncomfortable with the clutch or doesn't want to do the kickstart thing, push and go, man. Put it in gear and go. Has original plastics and graphics on it all the way around. There's been no replacement plastic or graphics. You can see it still has the tank sticker on there, and it still has a nice shine on the paint. There is a crack in the rear fender right here, the original rear fender. You can plastic weld that if you wanted to. The whole thing's been detailed top to bottom. Take a look at the axle, Kenny, in the axle area and the inside of the rims. If you could zoom in on that. Just do some real close-ups on it so they can see how clean it really is. If this was ridden off-road heavily, like a lot of them are, the fenders would be all smashed in, the bars would be bent, the tank would be dented, it would be hammered. This is one that somehow escaped the abuse that it was originally made for. It even has the warning stickers on the frame on this side. When you come around this side, if you could show them this here. If you just power wash it, and that'll blow right off. You can see this thing probably never really been through the mud. One of the things we do when we put a new battery in, we put a battery tender on it. So the fuel that we put in these has VP non-ethanol fuel. It costs us about $13 a gallon for that stuff. But it's top shelf fuel, and it'll last I've had a motorcycle start that had VP in it for 14 years, and it fired right up. Ethanol fuel will clock it up over the course of the winter. So it's got just keep non-ethanol fuel in it and keep it plugged into the wall with a battery tender. You can buy a battery tender for like $30 and you're good to go. Inside of the tank looks nice and clean. Very nice. Just a beautiful piece, man. That's about it. If you have any questions, give us a call, 860-454-7024. Sure to bring miles of smiles. That's for damn sure. Thanks for watching, and God bless America.